We're officially into 1 month of full-time voiceover. So let's get a quick update. Welcome back to Day 1 Voiceover. My name's Robert Vienna. Thank you very much for coming back to the channel. Now, it hasn't exactly been 1 month since I started full-time voiceover. Technically, it's a little more than that, probably a month and a half or so. But it is the start of the new year, so I'm basically going to update you on what's happened pretty much in the month of January. As you saw by the title in the video, I have some successes and some challenges to talk about. The challenges were very real, and I want to talk a little bit about that because I'm actually still struggling with them at this very moment as I'm speaking. So a couple of things have gone on, and they've basically been more kind of like on the physical level. One is I got super sick. I caught the flu. My daughter brought the flu into the house, as kids do. And of course, it swept through the house. I caught it for a couple of days of kind of not feeling so well. But I have a history of having a lingering cough when I get sick for weeks on end. Now, here's the thing. Since I had kind of started the full-time voiceover thing, I was auditioning more, I was practicing more, and I don't think I was taking care of my vocal cords and my lungs as best as I could. So they were actually a little irritated for about a week prior to getting sick. And so when I got sick, it was kind of a double whammy on my lungs. And it got pretty bad. I had to call like virtual urgent care. They gave me some medication to help calm it down. And thankfully it's doing better. But if you notice a lot of cuts during this video, those are pauses that I need to take to cough. And then I'll just edit those out because no one wants to see me coughing. In addition to that, I just started developing heart palpitations. Very benign, very normal, very common, nothing to worry about. I've had it all checked out, went to the ER, went to the doctor, urgent care, the whole thing. I think it's a GI related thing, but when you're fighting through a cough and it feels like your heart's beating out of your chest for no reason at all, and basically a giant lump of thumps in your throat makes it difficult to audition and practice comfortably. So those are a couple of the challenges that I've had to deal with. So thankfully, everything's doing much better in that department. Palpitations are down, the cough is better. So I'm on the mend. And the nice end result of all of this is that I'll probably end up losing a bunch of weight, which I was meaning to do anyways. So now on to the successes, because there was one particular day this month that was very cool. And then those of you in Jesse's community know exactly what I'm about to talk about. So my apologies for repeating this. But for those that aren't in the community, I wanted to share this with you. First and foremost, I wanted to give you an update on the progress of some of the stats that I've had going on. In the month of January, I have 7 new shortlists on voices.com, 2 new shortlists on Voice123, and 1 job, 1 on voices.com, and another job, 1 on Voice123. And that's what I want to talk to you about because I won a job on voices.com. Very happy, very cool, always exciting when that happens, right? Especially as I'm new to this. Any new job is a good thing. So it required a live directed session, only the second one I've ever done. And since I was in the middle of that severe flu and cough and all of that, I really had to prepare for it. I didn't want this moment to pass up. So I prepared as best as I could. You have to be a professional. You have to keep working through this. You can't just skip jobs due to inconveniences. If you just simply can't speak, you can't speak, whatever. That is what it is. But I had to push through it. So I took my Dayquil. I timed it so that it would take effect right as I was starting the session. So it was at its peak. Drank a nice warm cup of tea, and I put a humidifier in here with me about 30 minutes prior, and it made this place feel like a sauna. But it soothed the lungs, and I was able to get through that live directed session with no issues whatsoever. And it was an absolutely great experience. I felt like a pro because I did all the right things, did all the research. You look online, what do people do to prepare for a live directed session when they're sick? And those are some of the things that came up. But one of the cool things that happened is 30 minutes prior, right before the live directed session started, I got awarded another job. So that's what I was talking about. One was on Voice123, Voices.com, That's what the first job was for. And then as I was getting ready for that live directing session, I got another job on Voice 123. And that was, I hope I said those correctly. And that was a really cool experience to be able to message someone and say, yes, that's great. Let's talk about this job while I'm getting ready to record another paid job. It felt like my first official working pro day. So yeah, I just wanted to share that moment with you guys. It was been a fun month. Some of the other things that I've done and that I'm going to consider accomplishments is getting myself organized. If I'm doing this full time, then I have to do all the back end stuff as well. When I first stated that I was going to go full time, I think I had 6 or 8 demos on voices.com, and I now have upwards of 30. That's taken a lot of time to put those together, to tag them properly, upload them. Now, for whatever reason, it's resulted in a little bit of a challenge. I used to get 7, 8, 10 auditions a day, and that's dropped to like 4 or 5. Trying to sort through that out, it's tough to really get ahead when you're only getting 4 or 5 auditions a day, but hopefully that'll start to loosen up if I keep getting short lists and winning jobs. Next up, we'll be working on Voice 123 as well and putting that same effort into it also. And then in addition to that, some of the back end stuff. I've always had my photography website that it's just kind of been sitting on the side. I show it to people on occasion. I think I'm going to convert that into my Voiceover website. I'm going to be attending Voiceover or VO Atlanta there in March, and really excited about that. And I want to make sure I got all my ducks in a row. If I'm going to talk to people, network, share contact information, I want a nice, good, proper website. My rv-vo.com that I've had till now has served me okay, but I'm going to revamp my photography website, switch it over to Voiceover, and then have a nice Robert Vienna photography or Robert Vienna website, robertvienna.com for VO. Sorry, feel like I'm rambling. My apologies for that. So anyways, I just wanted to update you. It's been an interesting month. I'm doing all the back end stuff, creating spreadsheets to track all my wins, my progress, my revenue, my auditions. You got to do all of those little things to make sure you know you're on the right track, not just submit some auditions and pray for the best. So hopefully this continues to go well. Hopefully my next update will include more good news and more wins. Just got to keep grinding and hopefully completely get past this cough and palpitation issues, which is really, really annoying. But in any case, thanks as always for checking in. Like and subscribe as always, and I will see you guys for the next video. See you later.